I was standing in front of it.
That's wild.
Smoke detectors are an emergency essential. But what if your smoke detector thinks everything's an emergency? We wanted to know, besides smoke and fire, what else can set off an alarm? Vapes, candles, incense. We tried it all. So we used a photoelectric smoke detector in our experiments. These detectors are designed to notice slow burning, smoldering fires that produce more smoke. I'm personally a great cook, and I always know when my food's done when I hear the smoke alarm beeping. So what about if I was making something with steam? We boiled a pot of water and held it close to the smoke detector just to see what happened. And nothing happened. So we tried a different approach and took the alarm into the steamy bathroom to simulate a hot shower, and still nothing. The steam from a boiling pot of water and from the shower didn't seem to have much of an effect on our smoke detector, so we set up a humidifier nearby to see if that would have any other effect. Sure enough, the alarm went off. While things didn't quite get as steamy as we wanted it to, it's still smart to install your smoke alarms at least 5 feet away from humid areas like the bathroom or the kitchen. Next, we wanted to see if the e-cigarette vapor would set off a smoke alarm, and bingo! The vapor was thick enough that the alarm continued to beep long after we blew into it. Under normal circumstances, you might not set off the alarm, but if you smoke in a small room, or with other people also vaping at once, or in an area with little to no ventilation, it sure could set off the alarm. So don't go into the closet with the smoke alarm with all of your friends and blow tons and tons of cotton candy. Basically, our advice is don't vape, but if you do, take it outside. I've personally never heard of aerosol setting off an alarm, but it has happened. So in our experiment, we tried hairspray and spray deodorant. Surprisingly, both aerosols set off the alarm pretty quickly, but it took a lot of spray power at a close range to do the trick. And while this worked in our test, the only time concentrated aerosols might be a problem is in a crowded 9th grade locker room. Here's looking at you, Axe.
Oh, God, it's so nasty.
It is so gross.
You might only encounter incense in dorm rooms or yoga studios, but we thought it was worth trying near a smoke alarm. To test this, we used a popular brand of stick incense and a piece of Palo Santo wood. We set up the stick incense and focused our breath, and nothing. The incense theory was nonsense, but the Palo Santo stick definitely did the trick. Next, we started with one standard tea candle and added more from there. Smoke from one candle didn't work. 2 didn't have an effect either. The alarm went off at 3 candles, but we weren't able to replicate the effect. 4 was promising too, but again, we weren't able to do it more than once. But we wanted results, so we just kind of went for it. With 15 tea candles all lined up and ready to go, we thought, surely this has to work. And we weren't blown away. In the end, the candles did set off the alarm, but not consistently. So we called this one inconclusive. We learned from our experiments that smoke detectors don't need fire or smoke to go off. E-cigarette vapor, thick incense, and aerosol can all trigger an alarm if they're close and concentrated enough. If your smoke detector is full of false alarms, check its position on the wall or ceiling. If it's too low to the ground, it might be sensing something it shouldn't. Make sure your smoke detector is on the ceiling or no more than 12 inches from the ceiling. We want to hear your smoke alarm stories and experiences. Comment below to share them with us. And check out more tips on smoke and fire safety from Safewise.com.